Hi, we are the team formed by Kevler, Saúl, Ignacio, Luis Alfredo, and Juan Francisco, and today we'll tell you some Mexican legends. Looking at the stained glass window of a small bureau of the dress shop in Chihuahua, Mexico, there is a tall, slender figure, also dressed in a bright dress. For 90 years, this incredible realistic mannequin from the La Popular bridal shop has seduced visitors from all over the world. The mannequin, pale skin, Venus hands, ringlets on their palms, and gold nails make many people more than convinced that La Pascualita, as it is popularly known, is not actually a doll, but mm, a body embalmment in perfect condition. La Pascualita, or La Chonita, appeared for first time in the stained glass window of this well-known bridal shop on March 25, 1930. The glazing eyes of mannequin, its real hair, and the blush of its skin tones immediately surprised passersby, including the store employees themselves. It's, it wasn't long before someone looked at the surprising similarity between the mannequin and the newly decayed daughter of the store owner. According to the legend, Pascual Esparza, the owner of the store, had a beautiful daughter who would marry her love. Tragically, on her wedding day, a black widow spider stung her and died. Pascual Esparza was so affected by the loss of her daughter that she wanted to preserve her body. So she was mummified, placed placed in the stained glass window of the business, so that she could always be the bride who did not become. With the spread of rumors, the locals were upset and the owner started receiving bullying calls. Pascual Esparza denied the accusation. The Pascualita was nothing more than very elaborate and well-made mannequin, she said. But it was too late. Nobody believed him.
My name is Clever Hernandez Gonzalez from Tercera Mecatrónica, and I am going to narrate the legend of the mulatto woman from Córdoba. It was in 1618, and in the Villa de la Córdoba de los Caballeros, it is said that there lived a beautiful woman was origin and address no one. I know her beauty was so great that all men were attracted to her. Black and Spanish blood ran through his veins. It was the mulatto de Córdoba. They say that she was very knowledgeable in the arts of medicine, that she conjured storms and predicted eclipses and tremors, plagues and deadly diseases. She cured only with herbs. The credulous and superstitious people affirmed that the mulatto had a pact with the devil, that he had magical powers, and that he could be into place at the same time. The Holy Inquisition did not take long to arrest her and send her to the San Juan de Ulva, prison accused of witchcraft. One day he asked a jailer to get him a lump of coal. It decided that the mulatto woman drank with the charcoal on the damp and harkle walls of her ship with large and white sails unfurled in the wind, and with a leap she got on the ship and disappeared the next day, clinging to her empty dungeon grate. The jailer was found with lost reason.
Hello, my name is Luis Alfredo Castillo Flores, and today I will tell you a story that is titled The Phantom Truck Driver. This is said that a truck driver was driving in a hurry to see his wife as she was about to give birth. Nevertheless, the curves and the speed he was carrying caused him to lose control and crash into the rocks. The man got out of the truck, dazed and disoriented, but grateful to see nothing had happened to him. He waited a bit to see someone could help him, but no one came, so he fell asleep. When he woke up, he didn't see anything. It was completely dark. Then he decided to walk towards the city. Nevertheless, after a while, he realized that they had arrived at the same crash site. 3 days passed, and they found to the truck, but never the body of the driver. One day, a young truck driver who was passing by the truck stopped when they saw a man beckoning him. The man told him that his name was Francisco Vasquez, and that he urgently needed to bring money to his wife, but that his truck had broke down. He couldn't leaving it abandoned. So the young man felt sorry for him and agreed to do him a favor. The man gave him to the address of his wife and started of his wife when he said goodbye. A children ran to his body. The next day, the young man arrived at the house indicated by a truck driver and knocked on the door. A woman opened the door, and the young man asked if she was Francisco Vasquez's wife. She nodded. The boy gave him to money and explained what happened. The woman was shocked and began to cry. My husband has been dead for 5 years, replied the lady.
My history horror is La Dama de Negro. Legend has it in a small town lost in the mountain for 50 years. Some of the inhabitants have lived in the fear of an event that changed the life of the town forever. This fact deals you that on the outskirts of the town and almost hidden among the grove. There is a building that was physically at hospital. All time passed, the staff and police were relocated to other centers. Unit physically facility was officially empty, but a rumor began to circulate in the village that certain problematic parents has been, which psychiatric ward had confirmed, adding that many patients had been strapped to their beds, left with food of water, and their rooms silent and soundproofed so that no one could ever hear 14 again. Tongue they did include the motion, the bleeding with the shake inside. This did not happen, condemning its tended to central and horrible deaths. A few weeks after the bleeding was abandoned, many villagers began to hear fierce screams at night from the physical bleeding. Nobody wanted to talk about what happened because to shoot crazy people should already be dead. They had been without food or liquid for more than a month, locked up did up it because every night animals disappeared from their farms and pins and prices of some the of the team appeared around the town. Traces of blood leaked from the counter fakes landing of the old island. There were some who said they had seen a woman dressed in a black, white and ghostly appearance and armed with danger. At night, greeting the animals attained mind of the team and the getting lost in the blackness of the night on the way to the sensor bleeding. Week passed, and the town cattle keep disappearing. One day at the end of the year, the neighbors decide to put an end to the death of animals, even if the was work of the ghost. Soon after they swore over all the pins and phrases. One of the neighbors who was watching found the deaf red head and called the rest of people. Ahead of the team was figure converted in a black blanket, hovering a few inches above the ground. A danger is screamful moving with on hard wheel, discovering a pinned chicken with out there.
The Legend of the Charro Negro. Learn about the legends of the Charro Negro, a horseman who travels the rural areas of the Mexico, searching someone to take his place in the hall. The legend of the Charro Negro tells the story of an inspector who was once a man and who be to his endless ambition was condemned to suffer the torments of the hell and to be the collector of the those who, like him, have outstanding deeps white the devil. The line of the Charro Negro. With the sun begins to set and chickens climb trees to fall, asleep mothers put their children in. The doors of the house are barred, and travelers hurry their steps while praying. Nobody wants to meet the Charro Negro. I've seen an entity that received its name from its clothing. Whenever he appears, he wears an elegant black charro trousseau with gold or silver details. He can be seen mounted on the head horse, and like animal whose eyes are two walls of fire that seem to prove the big soul. We cities dwellers are lucky because the Charro Negro only lurks in the far outskirts of the city and appears before those who travel alone. They say it's because loners are easy prey. Perhaps it is because of the fear they feel and that sometimes incites them to make bad decisions. But did you know that the spectre once belonged to the world of the living? It has since stayed in was man betrayed by his own greed and ambition. The start of the curse. El Charro Negro came from a humble family. His parents and two they loving him could never fool his whims. The Charro always liked to be well dressed. Sometimes he even did not eat for days to save and 5 pesos and with what they collect to be able to complete for and good health. However, here was tired of his exhaustive poverty. No matter how hard he worked, the money was never enough, and he had to walk all day with his hands full of dirt. Sometimes later his parents died. Left alone, the Charoneer misery increased considerably, so he made a decision that would change on the life. Invoking the devil, asked for wealth. In this not know he it, but eventually Lucifer showed his hope. The entity cold red in the eyes, and the spirit of the man who called him the immediately offered him amounts of the money that he could not spend even in 2 lives. The only he asked in the return was his soul.